All right, welcome to the fourth and final game of the evening. Up this time is Bundle of Joy. Bundle of Joy is a lighthearted. I'm going to stop that blurb right here. There is nothing lighthearted about this game. Like story-rich mini game romp about becoming a parent during the pandemic. Now, what part of that sentence is lighthearted?
Uh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Complete all of your child rearing tasks, manage your stress, find time to rest, survive the day, wake up, and do it all over again. It won't be perfect, but that's okay. You're doing your best. So, to give an actual answer, it's in the styling. Like, it's all presented very light-heartedly.
Also, I think also in the sense of it's not as incredibly depressing as it could have been.
No, it's not going for depressing. It's going for, well, autobiographical, if I had to guess. Because this is such a specific thing that I have to imagine that this is based off of the developer's own experiences. And as it so happens, we get to ask them in a few weeks. Yeah, we're having them on the show. But yeah. So yeah, this is a mini game collection. And I do want to stress that it's a mini game collection and not like how the graphics might indicate a micro game collection. You know, it's not WarioWare. These things don't last for 3 seconds. They last, like 15, 30 seconds, that kind of thing. They last longer than, a WarioWare game does outside of boss encounters. That's important because, I thought this was going to be micro game stuff here. Especially since some of the games here look very WarioWare-esque. Like this thing here, this is something I would see in WarioWare. Maybe not as nude, but I could see it. The nose mini game is like, yeah, I've seen that in WarioWare instead of like a nose spray injector thing. It's just a finger.
Yeah, WarioWare definitely has is known to have a pick nose micro game.
Yeah. The point is, none of this stuff here is unusual for a WarioWare micro game collection, but no, you're spending more time here. And, it's themed around dealing with babies' needs, like clipping fingernails. And getting the timing down right. While, as you can see in the left-hand corner there, your stress is going up. And should it generate too much, you will have a blowout and you're going to need some time to recover, up to 3 times. Blow your gasket a 3rd time, and I don't know, the game ends. I honestly didn't get that fail state. And mechanically, this is the meat and bones of the game, but not really the heart and soul. That is the the story-rich part of the narrative mini game experience, which still sounds weird to say. You can see it in like the very mini games that you're doing here, but here's an example. Like, here we have this dialogue exchange between you and your partner about how the day is going and how stressed it is, and it's all parental affirmation stuff. And that's the real bent of the game here, not so much the actual mini games. It's more the joy and stress of having a newborn child and what that actually entails. Just gamified. Oh, right. And after day one, there's a game. There is like a game of chance added to the mix, as in there's a spinner that'll give you a positive or negative thing. Like, stress will go down faster. You won't be able to get any downtime, that kind of thing, to play out during the day. But, all in all, it's an interesting game. I'll give it that. Objectively speaking, it's decent. It's a mini game collection. It gets the job done, and it's got more ambition than a lot of mini game collections on, say, the Wii. I won't say like all other mini game collections or anything like that, because like Nintendo could bang out a really good mini game collection on the Wii. It's just this thing is doing something very different than Wii Sports or WarioWare or any of those things. Do not go into this with that mentality. No, this is all about a narrative and emotional journey, which points for originality there. I suppose the other thing is, I don't think the mini games ever quite escaped that, for lack of a better term, basic Unity feel. Like, kind of gluey and stuttery.
Mm.
Otherwise, on a subjective level, much as how Petty had problems connecting to the subject matter of his game, I wasn't feeling the actual emotions of this game, because I have no experience with babies. I very consciously said, no, never. I am so not interested in babies. Children I have experience with. It's just, we're talking the ranges of 6 to 13, which is very, very not a baby.
Yes. Kind of like I have my cats, because at least the cats can take care of themselves.
Right. And, it's like, okay, for newborn parents, good for you. I really don't have anything add to this mix because, oh yeah, and you get a pacifier to freeze the stress load for a mini game. Forgot a few details here and there. Like I said, it plays decently. It's narratively interesting. Its subject matter will probably either institute warm feelings of joy or fucking flashbacks, depending on the circumstances. Like I said, this is kind of a hard game to rate, because it's not even like it's a narrative walking simulator kind of thing, which we have so much more experience with. I can honestly say I've never seen anything quite like this before. Like, I'm probably never going to see anything like this ever again. Like, I won't discount the idea that, someone else in the world can't come up with another baby mini game themed narrative journey. But it seems unlikely that two of those will cross our desk anytime soon. Right. So, are there any other questions, comments, or concerns over Bundle of Joy here?
Not really. It exists.
Yeah, no, I think you've covered it pretty well.
Right then. Oh, right. As far as price goes, $7. I suppose for what it's offering, fuck, it's a lot less cheaper and emotionally investing than getting an actual kid.
That's for the fucking truth, bro.
Oh, so on those lines, it's an easy recommendation. Oh, anyway, so I think on that note, that'll conclude this review session. So coming up on the week ahead, on Wednesday, April 16th, we'll be having Josh Bailey of Anxious Noob Game. We will be talking about their upcoming tower defense game, Bean Beasts. Defeat monster hordes alongside your Bean Beasts in this cute, challenging tower defense game. Evolve your companions, explore upgrade paths and traps, and take on epic boss battles. Presumably, we are also going to ask if they have any plushies available or card games in stock. Because this seems like a thing on the way to a larger merchandising push of some sort. Anyway, we do have a new episode of MSP planned as well. And we do have a Friday show. Worth noting, it is going to be with Jose Donaire of Tetsura Games. If you recall, we tried doing this a couple weeks ago, and that show had to be canceled at the last minute because my mother needed to be taken to the urgent care facility because, she cut up her foot. I am pleased to report that she is healing nicely and, her foot's working and all that stuff. But, it was the kind of thing that required immediate attention. So hopefully we will be able to pull things off this week. So until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.